Hi everyone, today let's talk about mini dental implants and are they just a super cost-effective way of replacing teeth? So my name's Gus, I'm a cosmetic and implant dentist based near London in the UK, and a lot of people get in touch saying, hey look, I want mini implants, I've got one or two missing teeth, what can be done? So this prompted me to make this video because there seems to be a lot of misconception around this treatment, and yes, they are less expensive than normal dental implants, but they're much more limited in what they are able to do. Okay, now there's a lot of different types of mini implants available from different companies, and the vast majority of them only have one connection. So what I mean by this is once the implant is in, that you can only put one type of false tooth on there, and that is your denture. Okay, so a removable denture, that thing that nobody seems to like, and that's what clips into the mini implants. Now, before you turn off, dentures have a bad name because typically they are done in the UK, they're done under the NHS system where almost every corner has to be cut in order to make that treatment even remotely profitable for the dental practice. So when you do this, you end up with a denture which doesn't fit very well, typically doesn't look very nice, is really thick and bulky. But dentures don't need to be like this. You see, I think that dentures are still a really good solution when you've got lots of missing teeth. And even when you've got all of your missing teeth, the biggest problem with a denture is typically the thickness and the fact that it moves around quite a lot. So with the thickness, we can use different materials. So under the NHS system in the UK, you would never get what we call a cobalt chrome denture, which is really thin. It's got metal on the inside, and the beauty of metal is that one is thin, like I've mentioned, but secondly, it transfers heat. So a lot of people who have, say, a full top denture with the roof of their mouth covered, you can't experience food because you can't feel the texture so well, and quite often you'll have a hot drink and you won't realize it's hot until it's right at the back, and that's because the thickness of the material on the roof of your mouth is stopping that heat transfer. If we have cobalt chrome, we can engineer a little window into the roof of the mouth, and that will let you experience food. It will keep the strength of the denture, and you won't have the heat problem that you have. So even in like the broad category of dentures, there are really good ones and there are really bad ones. Unfortunately, the vast majority are really bad, and therefore a lot of people hate this as a solution. Now, the material isn't going to change how well this denture sticks in. Okay, it kind of can. It depends on how many of your own natural teeth and healthy teeth that you have. But let's say it has no bearing on that. What we can then do is place mini implants. Okay, if you've got a full set of teeth missing, say it's a full top set, we usually place 6 mini implants. If you are just using mini implants to stabilize a denture and you have most of your own teeth and you just need to hold this denture in, we use less. And the mini implants engage into the bone, quick and easy to place. We let them heal, and then we make the denture which clicks into these mini implants. There's different strengths of clips that we can fit in the denture, so it is quite a sturdy solution. And the nice thing is, as soon as you start using mini implants rather than natural teeth to clip into, you don't have the clips that go around the teeth. Okay, we might still do it, but we need to rely on them a lot less. So that's quite nice. Now, some people will get in touch saying, look, I've got one missing tooth, can I have a mini implant? And I think the real motivating reason for asking this question is mini implants are less expensive than a normal implant. So can I save on cost and still get the same kind of end result? Well, one reason is the kind of fitting. You can't have just a single tooth that clips in and out on a mini implant. That single tooth would just rotate around. It would be really annoying. It would move around. For this to work, you need more than one mini implant. You need several. The second issue is, even if we could get an implant and it would hold a single tooth, the problem is the amount of surface area the mini implant has isn't a lot. And when you've got a small surface area on an implant holding a normal tooth, that normal tooth is going to have normal biting forces on it. And eventually you're going to get problems with the mini implant. The implant can fracture, you can get bone loss around the mini implant because it's being overloaded. And this is another reason we need several of these mini implants typically to hold a set of teeth in position. It's to help spread the load over more mini implants. Now, we do provide this treatment. Most practices, most dentists who do implant treatment will be aware of mini implants. And if cost is a big factor in your decision making, definitely explore this treatment option, okay? Especially if you're going to combine it with a removable denture, which, like I said, once it's clipped into mini implants, it's not so removable, okay? It does often take quite a lot of force to remove these things. And we've got different tightnesses of inserts which go in the denture. I've never used the tightest insert so far. Okay, so these things, once they're in, they're pretty stable. If you eat an apple on your front teeth, it's possible the back might disengage. Okay, it's not as solid as an all-on-4, but it is a completely different process, a different kind of treatment solution. So I hope this clears up what a mini implant is, what it's used for, its advantages and disadvantages. I think it's a great treatment option. It's got a lot of advantages of the removable teeth, i.e. being able to clean effectively and keeping costs low, but it's got the limitations on what it can support. So as always, people, if you found this video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps more people find it, and consider subscribing if you like this kind of stuff. I will see you soon. Take care.